Well, just a little while ago, we learned that Paola Lapierre may have been murdered on Friday, and that we do know that she was reported missing on Monday, and that her body was found a little later on Monday. Jason Billingsley, the suspect who has now been arrested in connection with her murder, what we understand was that he was compliant with the sex offender registry, but did not come in on Monday to re-register as he was directed to do so. This is other information that we know from this news conference. 32-year-old Jason Billingsley was arrested dealing with the task force, basically dealing with police here in Baltimore City and others. He was arrested around 11 last night at a Bowie train station in Prince George's County. He is accused in the killing of 26-year-old Paola Lapierre. Charges include first-degree murder, assault, and reckless endangerment. The body of Lapierre, again, as I said, was found on Monday at a Mount Vernon apartment building. Billingsley is also accused in a September 19th attempted murder, arson, and rape that happened on Edmondson Avenue. And police say the victims in that case were targeted. They do not know about the Lapierre case at this point. They're trying to see if there are any connections with that case at this point, but at this point they have not been able to find any type of connection. They're trying to figure all of that out. Here's what Acting Commissioner Rich Worley said about not putting out the information about Billingsley during a recent press conference talking about the September 19th incident.
Hindsight's always 20/20. If I would have known that he was going to go and kill someone, we would have put the flyer out, but we had no indication that he was committing random acts. This was a targeted act that he went into that apartment that he worked in, the building that he worked in, that he had access to the apartment. He was allowed in the apartment. So there was no reason to believe that he was out committing random acts. Had we believed that, the flyer would have came out to everyone on September 20th as soon as we got the warrant.
Now, police say since the September 19th incident, they had been tracking Billingsley. They had been following him through different areas, and in fact, at one time they got within, 300 feet of him, but then he disappeared. And after he disappeared, the devices that they were tracking him on also went silent, so that they lost track of him at that point. The Lapierre family did put out a statement about the arrest, thanking police and the other agencies who were involved in tracking down Billingsley and also arresting him. We'll have much more on this tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting live from downtown Baltimore Police Headquarters, Barry Sims, WBAL-TV 11 News.
Thank you very much, Barry. You can stay up to date with this story and get more breaking news in the WBAL-TV app. Turn on notifications to get breaking news alerts sent right to your phone.